15 years ago next month, Mary and I stood on the steps of the chapel to accept formally the invitation to become president of the University of Georgia. I was surrounded by my parents, both of whom have gone on to a better place. My two sons, both of whom have married UGA alumni and are now in the business of producing extraordinarily bright grandchildren for the class of 2030 and 2032. And another one on the way, thank goodness. And the one constant in that whole time has been the First Lady of the University of Georgia. And I'd like you to join me in thanking you. It would be an honor for anyone to be president of the University of Georgia for one day. But I've had the privilege and the honor of serving as president of this great university for 15 years, during which time, with tremendous help from the students, faculty, staff, administration, and alumni, we have accomplished great things. I'm very proud of what we have done together, and I value greatly, as does Mary, the personal and the professional relationships that we have established over this 15-year period. I'm announcing today that pending reappointment by the Regents next week, that I will step down as president to be effective on June the 13th, 2013. I have an agreement to return to the faculty and to join my colleagues in teaching and research. And those of you who are members of the faculty know by this time the tremendous respect I have for what you do every day. And I want to go back where I started this business, and that's with you. I believe that there comes a time when it's appropriate to step aside, to let others continue the work, and that time has come for me. My love will always be deep for the University of Georgia, where I have spent the most productive years of my career. I will be invigorated in the coming year in working to assure that UGA remains well-positioned for the future, both short-term and long-term. My academic career began with teaching at the Ohio State University, one of the country's great public research universities, almost 40 years ago. And I am happy that it included the presidency of the University of Georgia, the birthplace of American public higher education. Mary and I love this place. We love this community. We love this town. And we're really looking forward to a new level of engagement with both the campus and the town at a little more abbreviated schedule. I'm proud of where the university is today. It is in excellent shape despite the challenges of the last few years. But now is not the time for any of us to waver in our dedication to moving her forward. We still need faculty and staff salary support. We need additional facilities for students, especially the Science Learning Center on the South Campus. A key challenge is the upcoming Capitol campaign. I will spend a good bit of my time the next year preparing for a Capitol campaign that my successor, whomever he or she may be, can build upon to propel this historic and dynamic institution into the future. I was privileged in 1997 to be given the opportunity to come to a university that had been very well served by its immediately previous presidents, especially those in the modern era whom I admire greatly. Fred Davison, the late Fred Davison, the late Henry King Stanford, and Charles Knapp. I believe that my work here has continued the upward trajectory that they established, and that the next president will find a university positioned for extraordinary success. I don't think for a moment that these are singular accomplishments. I am particularly grateful to the people who have served with me as provost, Bill Cassie and Karen Holbrook and Arnett Mace and Jerry Moorhead. I'm especially grateful for today's 3 senior vice presidents, as I am for all of you, but I work very carefully with Tom Landrum, Jim Burgess, and Jerry Moorhead. And the key people of my personal staff, Meg Omstitz and Matt Winston and Mary McDonald and Chuck Tony. I have enjoyed broad support from the Board of Regents of the University of Georgia system for 15 years. I want to especially thank Chancellor Steve Porch, who offered me this job on behalf of the Regents, who were chaired at that time by the late Tom Allgood, and the search committee, which was chaired by Regent Don Lieber. I am also grateful to my friend Dan Amos, who represented the University of Georgia Foundation on the search committee and is now CEO of the Athletic Corporation, and to Dr. Betty Whitten, now retired, who was the chair of the Executive Committee of University Council and represented the faculty in the search. One of the great joys of my life has been to shake the hands of most of the almost 300,000 alumni of this great place. They were represented on that search committee by Sonny Seidel. At the end of this meeting, the university will be releasing a statement to the media and a list of the accomplishments of the past 15 years. As I've already mentioned, no one in this room knows better than I that none of these were personal accomplishments, but they were the accomplishments of a strong and dedicated team. Indeed, I consider putting that team together and the quality of people that we have brought to this place to be my single greatest accomplishment. In other words, nothing that has been accomplished would have occurred without the full support of everyone in this room and many, many others too numerous to name. I cannot overly express how much I appreciate the support that I have received from each one of you. The people of this state and the people in this room make the presidency of the University of Georgia one of the very best jobs in America. I continue to believe that the people of this state deserve a flagship university every bit as good as do the people of California or Michigan or North Carolina. Today, we can say that together we have made great progress in that regard. And I thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for the opportunity to serve you in this capacity for now 15 years. And I look forward now to our final year of work together. God bless every one of you.